Good morning, friends. It is Friday, September 26th, about a week and a half after my third chemo treatment. My blood marker was down to 267 the last time I got the numbers, so that's good. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about was something interesting that I've discovered. And when my husband had cancer 28 years ago, my excuse is that I was young, but I was not super patient with him. We had 3 little kids. I was tired. I was worried. I was doing everything myself. He was laying on the couch most of the time, very sick, in and out of the hospital regularly. But I was not super patient because sometimes, a lot of times, in fact, a cancer patient looks fine. They look well. And sometimes they can even talk like they're doing fine. And so you don't really know how they feel. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about my experience over the last couple days. I'm super sad about this, but we had to sell our van. With me not working, we couldn't afford the payment. We needed that payment to go towards the payment on the van to go towards our mortgage. And so 2 days ago, my husband made an appointment with CarMax and we sold it to them. Probably could have got more if we'd tried to sell it on KSL, but we didn't know how long that would take. And anyway, we did what we did. So, because I've been sick, over the whole summer, I hadn't cleaned out my van and it was really dirty. The console was filthy and it was full of so much stuff. And so it took me 2 days, you guys. So let's see, today's Friday. We went yesterday to sell it. So Wednesday, it took me a great deal of the day, just taking stuff out of it, just emptying it, because I would walk out to the car and just need to sit in the van for 10 minutes doing nothing, just sit there, just from walking out there. Then I'd grab a handful, I'd come in the house and I'd sit for 10 minutes. And I did that all day long, back and forth, and sometimes I'd have to sit for a whole half hour. You guys, and it is crazy, the energy it takes just to muster up the courage and the energy, whatever, to just stand up. I'll think, oh, my water's empty. I need to go get water. And it just takes all I can just to get up and do that. And that's the way it was, just going back and forth to empty out my van. And then yesterday, I had to clean it. So, while I was doing the console, I got to sit there, but just taking the cleaner and scrubbing at the console. I had an old toothbrush and I'm scrubbing at the cracks and in the cup holders, just doing that, sitting there, was so exhausting. I had to keep stopping and just sit there. And it's just a chore to just get up. It's crazy. It's a chore just to get up. So if you have any friends or family that have cancer and they seem fine, and you just don't know why they're just laying there or just sitting there. Show them some compassion, because that is my biggest regret with my sweet husband, is that I did not show him enough compassion. And it took me going through it 27 years later to understand how it was for him back then. And even worse, because they've come so far with medications now that I go to a chemo center, the doctor's office, and sit in a chemo chair. And yeah, it makes me sick. I feel nausea. I feel exhaustion. And that first week, I just feel so sick and miserable. But he had to be hospitalized. He was young. He was 28. And so the doctor said, I'm going to sock it to him, and gave him the strongest, harshest medicines. They gave him medicines that were so bad that they had to give him antidotes to protect his heart and his lungs and his liver. He got pneumonia. He was so sick, and I didn't show him enough compassion. So please show your loved ones compassion. Have a great day and a great weekend. Thanks for watching.